Hey guys, Drewski here, and today we're doing something pretty exciting. This is a very groundbreaking game when it comes to the technology behind it. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator, which, again, we don't really do many flight games. We're mostly a combat YouTube channel, but we also play a lot of DCS, and we play a lot of games that have to do with a lot of open world or large-scale map design. Now, if you don't know anything about Microsoft Flight Sim, it's pretty cool because there's a really big map in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, and it's called Earth. It's the entire Earth. So they utilized, because Microsoft owns Bing, they utilized Bing's maps and satellite images to recreate the Earth and procedurally generate trees, buildings, roads, traffic, all that sort of stuff on top of the Earth. So, I mean, this almost looks photoreal right over here. I mean, look at the buildings behind me. Look at all the little houses that are placed down there, all the trees in the forests. We're flying over Norway right now, a little southern section of Norway where there's a lot of really just, holy Jeebus Christ. The vistas are just nuts here. This is a place that I actually wanted to come visit this summer, but as you guys know, coronavirus kind of got in the way of that. I really wanted to go somewhere out of the U.S., and I was telling my girlfriend and a few of my buds, like, hey, let's go to Norway. I want to go to a place that's not American, but will still be easy, you know, to get around in, and we'll have a lot of cool hiking places. And so I wanted to not just showcase Norway today, but I wanted to showcase a little bit of other areas from different games that we might know. Because think of it like this, Arma 3, Altis is based off the real Greek island Limnos. So I want to go there and show you guys that in a second. But first I want to show you a place that's like familiar to me, a city in the US, for example, and show you an example of the 3D map being rendered in the game. Oh, that's Austin. That's definitely Austin over to our... Oh, yeah. I totally missed it. All right, let's turn over into Austin. All right, so just by observing, these places below me are definitely procedurally generated. It's trying to generate stuff, generate buildings that are based on what it sees on that satellite image. So you can see all these houses are kind of samey. That 18-wheeler just did a 180 in about a quarter second. But I mean, we're flying super low. So it's pretty understandable that, you know, this isn't going to be the highest of quality. It can't capture every single pixel. But it even knows the difference between houses and like apartment buildings, which is kind of nuts. It knows when they're 2 stories. But as we get closer to Austin, I think every major city in the US most likely is going to be 3D generated. So it's going to be exciting going over to Austin and seeing the actual change from procedural generation, which is what's happening here, into real live streamed 3D buildings. I think that'll be pretty cool. Frame rate is definitely dipping down though. I've got a RTX 2080 Ti and I'm running at 33 FPS. So they definitely future-proofed this game. I can feel the heat coming out of my computer right now. My GPU is crying. Alright, so we are in the Austin area now. The frame rate is super low. I should not be running this on Ultra. Nope. And I don't know when this is going to get into the 3D buildings. I'm not exactly sure when that'll happen. I think maybe some cities have it more than others, and some cities might use 3D just for the city centers. But I mean, Austin, Texas is the capital of Texas, so it's got to be a 3D generated map. I have definitely swam in this area of river before. That's pretty weird seeing that. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's actually really weird. I have definitely swam in like that spot. Oh, that's so crazy. Whoa. Okay, yeah, that's actually really weird seeing that for the first time. Okay, so here's the 3D generation. So I don't even know where it happened. Oh, wow. I don't even know where it happened. We went from procedurally generated trees to 3D trees. It's kind of mixing them inside of each other. Interesting. So here is the... It's taking a little bit to stream from the cloud. But here's all the 3D buildings of Austin, Texas. Wow, look at that. It's crazy. It looks like it's almost Very similar to how it renders on your phone or, you know, on Google Maps or I guess Bing Maps. It's all just pulled up from the ground and then textures are added. There's reflections on the buildings. That is nuts. You can even see the reflection of this building is from a satellite view because it's reflecting that little brown building there. That's funny. Very interesting that they went with this route. And it just it shows you how dynamic cities really are whenever you actually get in the 3D textures and modeling of the real city. What the heck? Is that a ginormous tree? Is that a mega tree? Oh my gosh. That is the biggest tree I have ever seen. I don't know why there's a tree that's the size of a building. What is it saying? Everything's bigger and better in Texas, even the trees. Here is Limnos. So if you didn't know, Arma 3 Altis is actually slightly smaller than the wait, looking over the panel wall I don't know. These hints are kind of in my way. The island of Limnos is actually considerably larger than the Arma 3 counterpart. So I don't know really how to show it in scale. I think Arma 3's Altis is 2/3 the size of Limnos in real life. But the thing is that it is just like in Arma 3, realistic, and every little building, every little tree is there, because in Arma 3 it was a faithful recreation of the real life island, and in this it's literally a one-to-one recreation. It's just not as much detail, not as much hand-placed recreation. So these views are kind of weird. I mean, this is the center airport of Limnos. You can see the land is a lot greener. And it's really weird seeing this in a different format. Like, look at the view distance we have. That's the first thing that actually just caught my eye. We could see so far. By default, there's no view distance fog. And the scale is definitely apparent. I can feel the difference in distances between a few of these towns here. You can see some definitely Mediterranean buildings here. Are they going to have the orange roofs? Yep. Wow. Good job, Microsoft Flight Sim. They've got the orange roofs. The car traffic isn't too impressive, but it's there. It's there. I mean, really, when you're playing this game and you're actually doing flying, you're not going to be flying this low all the time. I think most of the guys that are going to be playing this game are going to be doing big airliners and such. How hard would it be to add more detail onto the ground of something like this and make it to where it would be playable in a game? Let's say, for example, and just to shoot some conspiracy out there, let's say if Arma 4 were to have something like this. Full world procedural generation, but with interval buildings. Maybe not for full world, but just a large scale area. Something that would be close to this, but would have a lot of double checks to make sure that it was accurate, especially when it came to close, areas and city streets and such. But just look at this. I can think of so many battles I've had in these areas, and to see it in a different game is so weird. Yeah, you wouldn't have to choose between Chernarus or Altis. You could just choose. We could go to Chernarus. We could go to the real life Chernarus. I just thought about that. We're gonna go definitely to the real life Chernarus area. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there it is. There it is. There's Myrna. Wow, look at this whole area there. Oh, jeez. Greece is another location, especially the island of Limnos. Apparently, there's a very affordable vacation here to be had. And a lot of people, a lot of viewers that I've actually had message me live on this island and have told me, hey, you should come here sometime. I'll show you around. I'm like, maybe when Corona's over, I'll head over to Limnos and check it out. And maybe vlog it or something. I don't know. Look at this, though. So this is Myrna. We all know it as, oh man, I forgot what it's called in Arma 3 as well. Kavala. That's what it's called. Kavala. I've sniped from that hill before. Oh, this is so weird. Look at this. Wow. There's the beach there. It's very touristy locations all over that beach. Again, the satellite imagery isn't very good in places like Greece. So you're not going to find, you know, the best simulated stuff. For example, the satellite image thought that this up here was office buildings when it's actually a castle. So that's actually pretty funny to observe there. There's a castle there, but it didn't realistically render that. It's just crazy to look around these places and to really just, I don't know, it's so weird to see it in a different game. All right, let's go to Chernarus. Let's do that. Yoop. Wait. Oh, this is Starry Sobor right below us. Yep. I just looked over and I noticed it. This is Starry Sobor. This plane does not like flying this low. And this here, oh my gosh, it's really windy actually. I think it's real life conditions for flight right now. That right there was Novi Sobor. And I think over here is Gorka. Wow, look at this. You know what's really weird to see is that there's other mountains past the ocean that's supposed to be there. Oh, here's Gorka off to our left. Wow, Chernarus is not that big. See, I think Chernarus was created on possibly a 1-to-1 scale. Unlike Altis, which was made a little bit smaller to pack things in closer. But, yeah, Chernarus was made, I think, on a 1-to-1 scale, because this feels about the same as the game. So I think this is the town of Gorka. We'll go down to Cherno in a second. We'll go Gorka, Berezino, we'll fly along the coast. So yeah, this is Gorka. Again, we're seeing the real life, most likely the real life buildings that are there, except for that one that was behind us right there, those big apartment buildings. That's actually a big long barn. That is not a apartment building, which is very, very interesting. Actually, maybe I was wrong about my observation, because Berezino looks ginormous. Yeah, Berezino is huge. Maybe it's just simplified. Oh, yeah. Okay. And remember, Arma 2 came out in, what, 2011? No, 2009, I think. I think Arma 2 came out in 2009. So they couldn't put in every single building into Arma 2. And they couldn't put in stuff that was super detailed, like this ginormous train yard. So when you see Berezino in Arma 2, it's a lot more simplified than it is in this. Unlike in Arma 3, when they remade Limnos into Altis, it was like a 1-to-1 recreation. Like down to some bushes placed in certain areas. It is very, very close. Look at all these suburbs to our right, though. That's crazy. It's so cool seeing what it looks like in real life. Especially seeing that just across the ocean that doesn't exist in real life. Just across this little tiny river that exists in real life, there's another whole area that we've never seen before off to the left. But we're so well memorized with the area to our right of our plane right now. So over here is the town of Solnichny, I believe. I think I said Vishnoi on accident earlier, but this is Solnichny here. And it looks like they've got some houses. They've still got the big factory. They didn't leave that out in Arma 2. They've got some sort of factory there that was identified as a factory. This is crazy. And there's the ginormous mountain that I've definitely landed a lot of helicopters on. Look at this. That's so cool. That road is really weird. Maybe, I don't know how that works. Oh, no, that's a railroad. I think that's a railroad next to a road. And I don't think any of these places really have a name. I don't think these are considered as towns. They're just little groups of houses along the highway. Up here, though, is Kamishovo, I believe. Just have to go around. Wow. The island off to the left. I'm expecting to see a peninsula there, but there's nothing. There's nothing there. This right here, off to our right, is... Whoa, my joystick is doing weird things. Is Kamishovo. My joystick is really wanting to kill me right now. I think it's like breaking or something. What? Hey, joystick, stop. Stop this. I might need to fly with a controller if it keeps doing that. I am in need of a new joystick. My Cytec X52 is obviously giving out a little bit. I don't understand. Stop that. Stop that now. Alright, here's the town of Electro if we don't crash. I think it's getting scared because we're going so slow. There's Electro Zavolsk. I don't know how to pronounce that right. Looks a lot more industrial. We have some huge industrial buildings down here. Instead of kind of like factory areas, it's like ginormous buildings. Instead of like split up buildings. A lot more industrial on the south side of that railroad. It's most likely everything that's going to be here is going to be very industrial. What the heck is I'm not touching a thing. Not touching a thing. Not touching a thing. Not touching it. Okay, maybe not. I barely put any downward stick. And just woof. Yeah, this is a weird control scheme here. I think all the places near the ocean are a lot more industrial, though, than they are. Oh, look at this hill between Electro and Cherno. Look at this ginormous thing. I can't get a good view of it. Look at that. So it is real. It is real. And I don't know the place to our right, what that's called, but that's also considered, I think, a named village. Or actually, I don't know if that's a named village. But up here is Chernarus. And Chernarus in real life, I think in DayZ standalone, they actually kind of came in and recreated it, made it a lot more realistic. But you can see there's some industrial places down to our rear left, or close left here. And then up in the northern parts of the town, just north of town, you can see where all the workers stay in these really tall apartment buildings, the kind of communist-style apartment buildings. See them all up here. That's nuts. Yeah, these are all apparent in DayZ standalone. You can walk through these, you can walk into them, you can snipe from them. This hill to the left is real. And I don't know what the Balota airstrip is. You know, I kind of want to go look at Balota and see what Balota is like. Oh my gosh, this plane. I need to get on the Xbox controller or something, man. It's not great working on a joystick right now. Oh, wow. Balota does not exist. It's just more city. Interesting. Yeah, there's no airstrip here. They just had to put an airstrip somewhere, and this was a rather flat area of terrain. So they just put Balota's airstrip. Actually, they put Balota's... Wait, what is this? Is this a highway? Because the road on Balota keeps going, but it looks like they used the topography here to just make a runway right here. I think this is right where Balota's airstrip is. I don't know. You would have to... Whoa! You would have to ask some of the developers from Bohemia about how they did that. I feel like that was the same sort of area, though. Alrighty, guys. That's my first look into Microsoft Flight Sim. Flew over some familiar places. Places that I've been to in real life and places that I haven't, but I've been in the digital realm. And my joystick is currently giving out. So I think that's a good time to stop the video and say goodbye to, I think that's Starry Sobor over there to our right. I don't know what that is, actually. Oh, no, that's... Oh, man, where am I? Oh, no, wait. No, this is Cabanino. And this area right here, this flat area, is where an airstrip is. Northwest Airfield is right here. But it was digitally redone, fictionally redone. Yeah, because look, this hill is in the game. But, yeah, it's time to say goodbye to Chernarus, the real-life version. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for coming on, checking it out with me. It's pretty cool seeing all this stuff get brought into a flight simulator game. Going to be able to explore all of the world and see a lot of cool places without actually going there. And so I'm pretty excited to see what comes up next. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.